Jesus spoke to the people. He said, "I am the light of the world. Anyone who follows me will never walk in darkness. They will have light. They will have life." The Pharisees argued with him. "Here you are," they said, "appearing as your own witness, but your witness does not count." Jesus answered, Even if I am a witness about myself, what I say does count. I know where I came from and I know where I'm going. But you have no idea where I come from or where I am going. You judge by human standards. I don't judge anyone. But if I do judge, what I decide is true. This is because I am not alone. I stand with the Father who sent me. Your own law says that the witness of two people proves the truth about something. I am the witness about myself. The other witness about me is the Father who sent me. Then they asked him, "Where is your Father?" "You do not know me or my Father," Jesus replied. "If you knew me, you would know my Father also." He spoke these words while he was teaching in the temple courtyard. He was near the place where the offerings were put, but no one arrested him. That's because the time for him to die has not yet come. The word of the Lord.
So, what do you guys think that passage is about?
Well, I think it's about Jesus speaking to the Pharisees.
Mm-hmm. Pharisees, yep.
And how he knows that they are wrong and he is right.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. He said, "You judge according to the flesh, I judge no one." Jesus is saying here that, the Pharisees are the ones doing the judging, and Jesus, even though he has the right to judge, he isn't judging.
This seems also like the trial that they put Jesus on. This seems like also a trial, but it's not yet.
Well, how so? Like, they're questioning him, right?
Oh yeah, it
And
felt like a trial.
Yeah, and we had talked earlier about who the Pharisees were. They were sort of real learned, educated, and intelligent people, but that kind of really enjoyed their status in society, right? And so when Jesus makes a very, very grand statement in the temple, "I am the light of the world," that is a really, really awesome, big statement. They're trying to challenge him on that. But for me, I think one of the most important things in this passage is that statement, "I am the light of the world." In trying to challenge Jesus on this statement, the Pharisees are kind of missing the point, maybe.
To kind of bring your point and David's together, like at the very end, it says, he spoke those words as he taught in the temple, but he wasn't arrested because his hour hadn't come yet. So I think that it is part of, you see throughout the gospel, like a path of Jesus challenging the Pharisees' power and the status quo. And there's kind of these slow movements towards his eventual arrest and trial.
And crucifixion and
Yeah,
eventual
but
resurrection.
I guess there's a lot of Jesus versus the Pharisees in the gospel.
There is. There's a lot of, the Pharisees were the
people who wanted him to go away because the people thought he was greater than them.
Yeah, they felt challenged. They felt threatened.
I got that from the children's Bible.
Well, good.
Cool. So, what does it mean that Jesus is the light of the world?
It means he can make miracles happen.
What does light do? When you're in a dark room and you turn on the light, what's changed?
You can see.
Yeah.
So what do you think that would mean if Jesus is the light of the world?
He's opening
changes?
our eyes to reality and what's to come.
What reality?
The life after death.
What about God? Do you think the Pharisees had a good understanding of who God was?
Nuh-uh. Jesus makes that statement right there.
Yep, that if he knew God, he would know Jesus.
And
Or if the Pharisees knew.
Yeah, if the Pharisees really knew Jesus, then they would know the Father. And that ties back into sort of being able to see, being able to understand.
I really want to hold the book.
So,
Yeah.
do we know any fun songs about light in the darkness? I don't know. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.